Najuala, and I'm back with another call. So today's call on a topic is a different philosophical perspective on achieving happiness. So let's get started. Hello, Annie, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. How's it going? Just got back from a yoga class feeling super relaxed. How about you?
Okay, so my question is, what is happiness according to philosophy?
Happiness is a big topic. I was just reading about that in art history, actually. Aristotle said it's about living a virtuous life. What do you think? Is happiness just about being happy or is it more?
Okay, so my question is happiness a state of mind or a result of circumstance?
I've been thinking about that a lot while practicing yoga. I think it's a mix of both. Circumstances can affect our mood, but our mindset can also change how we perceive those circumstances. Like, I was stuck in traffic in Jersey once, but I just put on music and dance totally changed my vibe. What about you? Do you think happiness comes from within or from outside?
Okay, Annie, so my next question is happiness the ultimate goal of life?
That's deep. I was just talking to a friend about that. Some people think it's about achieving happiness, but others think it's about finding purpose or fulfillment. I think it's different for everyone. For me, happiness is a big part of it, but it's also about living a life that's true to who I am. Like, I love art and engineering, and when I'm doing those things, I feel happy and fulfilled. What do you think? Is happiness the ultimate goal, or is this something more?
Okay, so my next question is, can someone be happy without being morally good?
Interesting question. I was just reading about that in a philosophy book. Some people think you can be happy without being morally good, like a wealthy person who got their money unethically. But others think that true happiness comes from living a virtuous life. I think it's complicated. Can someone be happy in the short term without being morally good, but in the long term, won't their conscience catch up with them? What are your thoughts?
Okay, so my next question is, how did Aristotle define happiness?
Restoring happiness can be tough. For me, it's about finding balance in life. Like when I'm practicing yoga, I feel centered and happy. I also think gratitude helps, focusing on the good things in life. And sometimes it's just about taking a step back, breathing, and being present in the moment. I've been listening to this really uplifting dance music lately. It always puts me in a good mood. What do you think? What makes you happy?
Okay, so my next question is, how did Aristotle define what did Socrates believe about the path to happiness?
I think you might be thinking of Esther Hicks, not Esther Files. Anyway, I've read about her work, and she talks about the law of attraction and how our thoughts and feelings can shape our reality. The Abraham Hicks teachings, which she channels, believe that the path to happiness is all about aligning with your inner self and letting go of resistance. They say that when you focus on positive thoughts and emotions, you can create a happier, more fulfilling life. It's all about vibration and energy, you know. Like when I'm out in nature, hiking or something, I feel totally connected and happy. What do you think about the law of attraction?
Okay, so my next question is, how did Stoicism define and achieve happiness?
I think you mean antifragility or maybe negative visualization. Stoicism is all about cultivating inner strength and resilience. They believe that by acknowledging and accepting the things that could go wrong, we can actually become stronger and more at peace. It's like, when I'm practicing yoga, I focus on my breath and let go of worries about the future or past. The Stoics would say that's a way to build inner strength and happiness. Have you read any of the Stoic philosophers like Seneca or Marcus Aurelius?
Okay, so my next question is, what does Buddhism teach you about suffering and happiness?
Buddhism is all about understanding the nature of suffering and finding a way to end it. They teach that suffering, or dukkha, is a natural part of life, but it's also caused by our own attachments and desires. The key to happiness, according to Buddhism, is to let go of those attachments and cultivate mindfulness and compassion. It's like, when I'm doing a tough yoga pose, I have to let go of my ego and just be present in the moment. Buddhism says that true happiness comes from within, and it's not dependent on external circumstances. I've been listening to some Buddhist teachings while hiking, and it's really helped me find peace and clarity. Have you ever tried meditation or mindfulness practices?
Okay, so my next question is what does Buddhism, how does the concept of detachment in Buddhism lead to happiness?
Detachment in Buddhism is all about letting go of attachment to things that can cause us suffering. Like when I'm too attached to a certain outcome or possession, I get stressed and unhappy. But when I let go of that attachment, I feel free and at peace. Buddhism teaches that detachment doesn't mean not caring about things, but rather not being controlled by them. It's like I love my art and engineering, but if I don't get to do them, I'm still okay. Detachment helps us see things as they truly are, and it can lead to a deeper sense of happiness and fulfillment. It's a pretty cool concept, and it's helped me a lot in my own life. Have you ever experienced a sense of detachment or letting go of something that was holding you back?
Okay, so my next question is can non attachment really make us more joyful?
I think you're saying that manifestation and focus can help us let go of attachment and find more joy. That's so true. When we're focused on what we want to create or manifest, we can let go of attachment to specific outcomes and just enjoy the process. It's like, when I'm painting or creating art, I'm fully in the moment and not worried about the end result. That's where the joy is. And manifestation is all about aligning our energy and intentions with what we want to create. It's a powerful way to bring more positivity and joy into our lives. I've been listening to some manifesting podcasts while doing yoga, and it's really helped me shift my mindset. Do you have any favorite manifesting techniques or practices?
Okay, so my next question is how does karma influence happiness in Indian philosophy?
In Indian philosophy, karma is all about the idea that our actions have consequences, and that those consequences can affect our happiness. The idea is that if we do good deeds and live a virtuous life, we'll have good karma and be happy. But if we do bad things, we'll have bad karma and suffer. It's like, when I'm doing something kind for someone, I feel happy and fulfilled. And when I'm doing something hurtful, I feel guilty and unhappy. The concept of karma encourages us to take responsibility for our actions and to strive to be better people. In yoga philosophy, karma is also seen as a way to balance out our past actions and create a more positive future. It's all about creating good vibes and living a life of integrity. Have you ever thought about how your actions might be affecting your karma?
Okay, so my next question is can happiness be a moral duty according to Kenneth?
I think you might be thinking of Immanuel Kant, not Kennedy. Can't believe that happiness can be a moral duty, but not in the way you might think. He said that we have a moral duty to cultivate our talents and abilities, and to use them to make the world a better place. And when we do that, we can find happiness and fulfillment. But he also said that we shouldn't pursue happiness just for its own sake, because that can lead to selfishness and harm to others. Instead, we should focus on doing our moral duty and living a virtuous life, and happiness will follow naturally. It's like, when I'm doing something I love, like art or engineering, I feel happy and fulfilled, but I'm also contributing to the greater good. Does that make sense?
Okay, so my next question is how does existentialism approach happiness in a meaningless world?
I think you meant to ask how existentialism approaches the concept of meaning in life, right? Existentialism says that life has no inherent meaning, and that we must create our own meaning and purpose. It's like, when I'm practicing yoga, I have to focus on my own breath and intentions and create my own sense of purpose in the moment. Existentialists believe that we're free to choose our own path and create our own. We have to take responsibility for our choices and actions. It can be a bit daunting, but also really liberating. Have you read any existentialist philosophers, like Jean-Paul Sartre or Martin?
Okay, so my next question is happiness even relevant in post modern philosophy?
Postmodern philosophy comes to happiness. Some postmodern thinkers, like Jean-Francois Lyotard, argue that happiness is just a social construct and that it's not a universal or objective concept. They say that what makes one person happy might not make another happy, and that
Okay,
happiness is
since
relative to individual experiences and cultural. What? Keep exploring these deep conversations. I'm game, or maybe you had something else in mind. Let's grab a virtual coffee and chat more about life, philosophy, and in between.
okay, so my question is happiness even relevant in postmodern philosophy?
I think you meant modern thought, not postmortem phosphate. If you're asking about postmodern thought, I'd say that happiness is still a relevant concept, but it's viewed through a more nuanced and complex lens. Postmodern thinkers often question traditional notions of happiness and challenge us to think more critically about what it means to be happy. It's like, when I'm practicing yoga, I'm not just seeking happiness, but also exploring. What do you think? Can happiness be relevant in a postmodern world?
Okay, so next one is what role does faith play in achieving happiness?
Faith can play a huge role in achieving happiness for many people. When we have a strong sense of faith, it can give us a sense of purpose and meaning, which can contribute to our overall happiness. Faith can also provide comfort and solace during difficult times and help us to stay focused that when I'm feeling stressed or overwhelmed. Practicing yoga and meditation can help me connect with my own inner sense of faith and calm. For many people, faith is a personal faith that brings you happiness and comfort.